Hi Slayers and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eileen and in today's video I'm going to be telling you why I switched from Apple Music to Spotify. So, I made a little presentation so we can have PowerPoint night, and this is why I switched from Apple Music to Spotify. First of all, I got bullied. I got bullied for using Apple Music because everybody cool apparently uses Spotify. And then, every year when Spotify Wrapped would come out, I would be alone and sad using my Apple Music Replay. Is it the same? No, it's not, because everybody will bully you for it. And if you try to post it on social media, everyone will just swipe up and say, "Why are you using Apple Music?" Okay, well, I had some valid reasons back when I used to use Apple Music for 9 years. They included, well, the price was pretty much the same, so I didn't really feel like I was missing anything. As you can see here, everything's the same except for the family plan, but I'm not a family, so I was using the student plan. Now, there were some pros of Apple Music, like I said, being it's a cheaper family plan, which is true because now I use Spotify's family plan. And it's more straightforward to add music to your library. In Spotify, I find liking songs confusing because why am I liking the song to add it to my library? Why can't I just add it to my library? Do I have to like the song to add it to my library? I don't know. And I found that it was easier to access my downloads that I ripped from YouTube and put onto Apple Music. I know you're probably not supposed to do that, but let's face it, I use an iPod and it's easy. That's how I use iTunes and stuff. But it's good to note that Spotify does let you do that. It's just a little bit weirder. And yes, technically Apple Music has higher quality music. I don't really give a shit though. I feel like it sounds the same. You can put Spotify on high quality, that's what I do, and I don't know. I feel like it sounds the same. I'm not an audiophile. I feel like I can live with it. One of the things I did really like about Apple Music is that it pays artists more. But on the other hand, now I can listen to Panic! At the Disco and not feel bad about supporting Brendan Urie as much because he's getting paid a little less. But also you should probably just rip his music anyways. But of course, it was integrated into the Apple ecosystem, which made it super easy to use, and that was great and whatever. And I've already been using it for so many years that the thought of switching just made me want to not do it. So I didn't, because in all of the Spotify versus Apple Music videos, everyone was always like, they're basically the same and the same price, and so it really shouldn't matter which one you pick, even though Spotify gives you better recommendations. And I was like, I don't really care about the better recommendations. Turns out, though, I did care about something else. And Spotify was better because mainly of their organization. I am someone that makes a playlist for every single month, and Apple Music was the worst at keeping track of these playlists. On Spotify, you can do the following things that you could not do on Apple Music. Right here, you can create a custom order of all of your playlists. Right over here, you can pin playlists that you like. You cannot pin shit in Apple Music. And over here, you can make folders for your playlists. That's right, I can organize them by folder. What genius idea is this? It's actually amazing, and I love it. You can only do it on the desktop app, but it does show up on your phone, and that works for me. And then over here is what it looks like inside of the folder. It has all of my playlists from 2023 in the folder, which is perfect. And then Apple's organization, on the other hand, you only have a couple of options to sort, and none of them are great. I used to try to sort it alphabetically, and it didn't even work because the months are not alphabetical. So there was actually no way to pin a playlist or to customize a playlist, and I got sick of it, and so I left. The other thing is Spotify recommendations. Now really, I don't really care, but what I do care about is that on the top bar right here, Spotify shows you what you were last listening to. Not what you last added in your library like Apple Music, but what you were last listening to. I really like this. Next, Spotify has podcasts and audiobooks that are integrated into the system. I love audiobooks, and when they rolled out this feature, it immediately made me want to buy it. You can't get the audiobooks with the student plan, so I got a family plan, and now I pay my mom the amount that I am part of the family, basically. But even if you're paying for the regular plan, it's still cheaper than an Audible subscription. And yes, there's like a time limit on the audiobooks, but it's pretty good if you listen to about one audiobook per month. And these are some of the audiobooks that I have read so far, and also some of the podcasts that I listen to. I like that I don't have to open a separate app to go to the podcasts. Now, I decided to switch because of those two things mainly, and then I had to switch my entire Apple Music library over to Spotify, which actually kind of sucked, but I used this app that was very helpful. It's called Song Shift, and I paid $7 for it one time, and then I switched all of my songs, but it doesn't switch the playlist covers, so I had to do that manually, and I had to go in and like all the artists and stuff. But the silver lining is that I got to go through all of my music and unlike some of the artists from my past, because like I said, I had been using Apple Music for 9 years, which would put me at about 11 when I started using it. I'm looking at you, Rhett and Link Ear Biscuits. Not that it's not a good song, but I just don't need it in my library, you know? And yes, that concludes our presentation. I no longer get bullied, and I like my app a lot more because it's a lot more organized. So I recommend you switch, and if you don't, at the very least, don't be like my cousin who literally only uses Pandora without ads. Anyways, remember to like and subscribe. Hope you have a great day. Bye!